man. Whew. I'm going to wait and see how many people got showing up. Then I'll talk about what you're seeing. Let's see. Okay, well, I guess I'll start. This is how it's going to be. Anyways, so basically, I'm AJT. I create my own comics. As you can see here, this is what I've been doing most of my time. My comic books are basically made for people who are trying to get out of their ordinary lives into the world of fantasy. As you can see right here, not made for modern audiences. And pretty much, I've been inspired from other people and such to create their own comic books since I was young. So I've always been fascinated by arts and such in the shows and anime that I've been watching when I was young. So basically, this one here is called Queen Kybra, not Queen Cybra. So as you can see here, this is my mini poster that I've released. And each time I release one, I have a number. and that would be number 1, of course. And then this would be number 2, Rebel Blazing Hard. Pretty much, yeah. When I was creating this is my version of Shonen Jump. This allows me to add different stories into one book. I'm still working on volume 2 with brand new stories that I can always add and such. Right here is J Hunter, J Killer. Of course, Queen Kybra and Vince Caliber. So basically, I'm going to tell you about Queen Kybra a little bit, and I'll show you some panels and such. So pretty much, the story is about a woman named Bethica Star Knight, and she's basically your typical reseller. And one day she goes to a donation center and finds a crown that came from outer space, but she don't know that. So she goes to the house, plays it online, comes back later, puts it on, and sure enough, that happens. So let's take a look. So this is basically information, bonus material. The thing about my panels, I don't usually draw a whole bunch of cities and such or landscapes. I just focus on the main character. That way it'll save me some time. As a one-man creator, I usually, reuse some panels, do some tweaks, and that's about it. And then reuse it again for the next issue and such. That helps me a lot. So J Hunter, J Killer is actually pretty cool because it's a parody of what's going on with these comic books about women being overpowered. It's kind of like watching the Naked Gun, but not with a serious storyline behind it. It actually makes fun of it, but at the same time, there's a serious stories behind it too. So over here, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. So Queen Kybra, this is my most favorite story I like to do, and hopefully become a huge hit. The thing about independent stuff, you're basically by yourself, and pretty much you got to promote things yourself because you have nobody to basically promote anything of independent. I think for what I've been seeing is the superhero mode. Everybody wants to cash in on that. So basically the same thing. There she goes. Let's see. And so basically the next chapter leads into a sort of a prequel that leads into the issue 1. So if I can turn it, this quality of book is so freaking awesome. So yeah, kind of like, little subtitles there that where it's go to and such. And what I did with the first issue, everything ties into one by this issue. So from that point of view, you're seeing the crown. I love added detail on here. All my art is 100% original. I don't copy or trace. I'm the type of person who would rather learn how to draw and finish it. I ain't gonna show too much, but I'll give you a little bit more. Skip ahead. There's a little right here. Bam. Yeah, see, the way I do my panels is like I don't really detail like backgrounds, as I like. You can see through that to cut me some time. So this basically people running. And the thing about my panels, I add numbers. And each time a person talks, it actually has a number too. That way you ain't losing the story. This picture right here is so freaking cool. I came up with it with like just by one drawing of it. That's so cool. So basically what I'm talking about is I added a number right here next to the panel, so that way you can follow the story. Yeah, I guess I'll give a little hint. Oh yeah, here you go. Bam. As you can see, he went through up right there and landed on him. I thought that was pretty cool. That's enough of that. But this is pretty much an 80s retro throwback. This is called Rebel Blazing Hard, and it's going to have a big storyline. So, yeah, pretty much. As you can see, the main character her name is Rebel Lana, and she's your bounty hunter. She decides, run away from home and become a bounty hunter. This took me some time to come up with this because of this story. So everything's coming together. And another thing about my comic books, whenever you read it, or hopefully it has good grammar, so if you go online to find which is what, the timeline, it tells you right here. Because basically each time I'm going to release this, it's going to have updated stories I'm going to do, and it's going to be really good. And these books are now available to buy for physical and digital. Tongue twisted there. I hate that crap. Physical and digital, or digital physical. Either way. Like I said, I always like to learn how to draw. I always train to draw. I ain't trying to be a world's greatest artist. I just like to draw. And this issue 2, as I was saying before, each time I'm going to do the stories, it actually shows you where you're at. So this is version 2. So this is what I come up with for the main line, and you get the side stories for other characters. So this would be pretty good. And there's my other character, J Hunter, J Killer. That's actually pretty cool. It says J Hunter, but carved with kill in the outside. I came up with that mess. Yeah, House Stories 2 is gonna have more stories. And that is Beatrix. This is actually a pretty cool book. As I said before, you can follow the story with panels with a number on it. That way you know what's going on. But yeah, but these mini posters, I was saying before, are going to be released if I ever go out some cons. Hey, what's up, Guardian? These are going to be limited run prints. These are basically first edition prints that I've done. I'm going to have to repeat what I said earlier. So each time I going to release one, it'll have a number. So basically, you want to get these, have it all matched together. And hopefully, hey, if people want to invest in my comics, it'd be worth money. If people want to buy them, I'll sign it. I have no issue of people reselling, making profit from them. So that's good. How you been? Oh, right, October. If I'm not mistaken, I don't read novels that much. Is it based off that movie with Sean Connery and Denzel Washington? I'm thinking about Crimson Tide. No, that was Crimson Tide. That was what's that dude's name? Crap. I know Sean Connery was with Alec Baldwin. Gene Hackman. Yeah, I was thinking about Gene Hackman, Crimson Tide. Took me a bit. And the thing about my comic books is this right here. Not made for modern audiences. I love that little logo I created. That's pretty cool. Red October standing by. So Guardian, so what do you think about my books and such? For what you're seeing. think my volume 2 is going to have a different logo. This is pretty much a pilot, so it's going to look different in the future. Because the second issue is going to have some good stories. Here's some concept art of stories on it that got cooked up too. I know a lot of people have been. I've been actually let people know on all their Facebook channels and such. They like that, and so what sucks is about comic books nowadays. We're getting the effect of people not buying because of the mainstream. Ever since they went, political bullcrap. My comic books pretty much steers away from political. So that's another thing I need to work on too. My writing skills. My writing skills ain't that great, but it is what it is. Because at the moment I'm working on all the books. This is getting to final issue 3 and 4, so I'm doing a combination of this one. I may have to do another combination of this one as well. What are you writing, by the way? It's so funny about Vince Caliber. In that universe, is vice versa. I flipped the script. It's basically like a WWE storyline in real life with characters who has unique, like real names. Instead of using real names, they use screen names as their real name. Like Butter Biscuit, for example, and it's basically about a guy who joins this not karate tournament, but this video game tournament. It's kind of like if you combine the college football playoffs and turn it to a fight game conference, that's what you get. So, and my inspiration for this one is basically, I watch a lot of Evo, but I don't play that much fighting games, but I got an idea. And I used to watch that movie Heavyweights. If you ever never seen that movie, that movie is like one of the top tier Disney movie that ever came out back in the 90s. That was heavily inspired from by creating Vince Caliber. Well, I always like sci-fi stories. I don't know, other than like watching Terminator movies, even though they kind of went downhill, I guess, after the third one. Third one was okay, but it's better than the recent ones that came out. I mean, I like RoboCop and such. 1 and 2 is my favorite. 3 was meh, even though it didn't have the main character in it. Well, just work one of them if you can. And also, if you ever publish your stuff, you can always go to where I go to, Kablam Comics. They do graphic novels and such. And let me know if you ever decide to release it. I'll buy a copy from you. I usually don't buy novels, but I'll give your book a shot. The thing about my comic book, I'm gonna show you a little Rebel Boys and Horror, a little preview. This is what I'm talking about. That's what she says, the first dialogue. That's what she says. I mean, if people want to invest in my stuff, I mean, I believe something good will come out of this. And that's the thing, if it gets really good, you get these movie companies wants to do things. But for me, I want to remain 100%, creative control and such. That's one of my ideas. And if it does get up there to the mountains, like other shit, like, other series that is. The thing about my books, they do cost more because the publisher who actually, publish your book, of course they take the fee out, but you got to make profits in return. For myself, I don't do any kind of Kickstarter. I wouldn't mind doing Kickstarter, but it has to be something like, animation wise. Yeah, same here. That's why I would rather have it, independent stuff. That way people can say, this is actually pretty good. I like this. It's not perfect, but at least it's like, is out there for people who wants to get out of that superhero mode that I've been seeing a lot. I saw that Deadpool movie. It was good, but not great. It had too much cameos. It had too much characters that it wasn't speaking. And I should have waited until it came out on DVD. Maybe I would have got it, maybe. But it was okay. It was not the best Deadpool movie. I think it could have been better without the cameos. That's the thing about these Marvel movies. They have to rely on cameos and Legends characters to make more money. That's for what I've seen. And now they're bringing back Robert Downey Jr. for no apparent reason, basically pulling either a Mick Foley or a Hollywood Hulk Hogan. So he's going from hero to a villain, and you can't cast anybody else. Hollywood would probably offer you lots and lots of money. You say, you know what? Give me a couple $1 million. I go ahead and get my house paid off and pay my taxes as well. That's actually pretty cool. As that's another thing, I'm gonna add more to the future of my series. I'm gonna add bio for my characters before you start reading the chapter and such, and add some more bonus material as well at the end. Because in this story, I'm building up to a big fight that takes place in a warehouse, and it's going to be graphic as hell. And another thing I'll point out is whenever he's in control, instead of you getting confused when he speaks, that's his name. That whenever he's in control, you know it's him. So the reader won't get confused of who's speaking or not. And you'll see like a little gray around. That's why I've been doing, drawing, bits and pieces to show how I do my characters, make it fast-paced, draw, and get it over with. Because I can't have, spend a whole month or a year drawing one picture. And the funny thing is, all this art I've done on my Windows MS Paint. Because it's a lot easier. I can't use that Photoshop coloring. It does not work well with me. I know I use Photoshop basic stuff, but other than that, anything like that, I just don't bother with it. May have to hire somebody else to do the Photoshop skills because I am not good at Photoshop. I mean, you can watch some classic martial art movies, like for example, you can watch Rumble in the Bronx with Jackie Chan. That was a good movie back then. That was actually a pretty good one. If you want to add some comedy to it. Oh, cool. The thing I've seen mostly, I guess I'm not trying to go off topic, is I've been watching these videos of people, they've been posting things from anime cons and such. They of course they draw things from what they like. But the thing is for me is that I would rather, promote myself instead of drawing these fan arts, because now it's getting to the point where you can get shut down because you don't own the rights to that, for that anime series of some sort. That's why I stick to my own stuff. The thing about lore, you don't want to explain too much. You want the reader to read it and basically absorb what they saw and read it, and that way they come up with their own perception of it. For my stuff, I've done. I want to add so much stuff in this one book, but for me, I pull back a little bit because I'm not trying to overexpose just a little bit. I want to have a good ending taste, like a good punch in the mouth, like it makes you want some more. That's the way I see it. That's the way I do my books. You know what's so funny is that if you think about it, of all the things you played, watched from all these games and animes and movies, you pretty much watching another person's success that they was able to do something and you was able to play it or watch it, whatever. That's how I see things. Another thing I try not to do is, as an artist, as a creator of my series, I don't, fall in a little area where, I got to do what they did. Because, it's very, very hard to create your own superhero. In my take on it, this is not a superhero. Oh, same here. Yakuza was good. Now, you talking about the games? Yakuza, because I know that there's Japanese movies, not based upon Yakuza, but there's other themes of Yakuza. Now, if you're talking about the games, I did like it, but all the new ones that came out, that turn-based bullcrap, I hate it. I wish they kind of kept. That's why I played Like a Dragon 1 for a couple hours, like at least 24 hours into the game. I just quit playing it. I said, I'm done with this mess. You can't just change something into something else that people got, start from the beginning for something different. I can't stand that crap. That's one thing about my channel. I know a lot of people ask, "Why don't you like and subscribe?" I don't ask for that mess. It's, to me, I'm not trying to get off topic, but for me, as a person who started a YouTube channel, I don't ask for people who likes and share and such. I'll leave that to the people who wants to. It's up to them. So, in my channel, you won't hear me say that. The thing about RPG games, I kind of wish it had like a feature where you can buy upgrades, because I don't want to get to the point where I want to spend hours and hours and grinding. I want to move on. And there's some games I like, like One Piece game I was playing a while back, you was able to buy upgrades, which I liked. Yeah, I couldn't get into Infinity Wealth. I just stay away from that one. So what do you think about the new Tekken game? Well, I'll probably do this again next week. Well, I'm going to end this for now, and I'm about to stream some video games, and then I'll probably do this again probably Thursday or next Sunday. Well, you have a good day.